Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, otherwise known as RBL, a show that incorporates baby boomers and millennials' ideas and perspectives.
With the hottest news, reviews, and interviews, and guidance on the transition of brick and mortar to click and order. And now I'm proud to introduce former veteran, military police, and a member of Knights of Columbus, my dad, James Zuli.
And my son, chairman and CEO of eZWay Network, known as the Digital Dick Clark, Eric Zuli. Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners around the world. Good morning to our eZWay family. As I say all the time, you know who you are, and I know you tune in. We love it. And to the superstar host of the show, Eric Zuli, you're keeping us up to date on everything. Eric, I love it because times are changing so rapidly. It's unbelievable.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Radio Boomers Live. How was everybody's?
Did you catch my intro, Eric?
What?
Did you catch my little intro?
I did. Of course, I caught your little intro. And
you know, when I mentioned that, Eric, it's and we had a little talk this morning. We saw a little movie last night, and I thank you so much for that nice Father's Day. It was you and Dante took me to a cool movie, and it was touching on the AI subject a little bit or a lot. And it's like I've said before, every morning we wake up, times are changing rapidly, aren't they? And I said, you're kind of like the buoy out there that, you know, people have a lot of stuff going on, but they open up this new door on technology and the online, so on and so forth. And you've been there for years, you know?
Yeah, I have. Times are changing big time. AI is just making it so much easier, no pun intended, on businesses. And those of you guys that are tuning in, this is brought to you by, you can go to eZWay.tv and subscribe. You can take a look at our eZWay Wall of Fame. .com, all of our news, eZWaynews.com, and don't forget to like, comment, share this broadcast to all your friends. It's a very interactive show, so guys, make sure that you are interacting and you guys are commenting, because then we actually put those comments on the top of the screen. Hashtag eZWay Family is our hashtag and our movement, and if you guys are not following us yet, make sure that you follow us at eZWay Family on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the different social medias. And we are ready to rock and roll. So we're live on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you guys are tuning in from. We're on Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Google Play, Apple Store, LG, Samsung. We're on iTube 247. We're on Faith Channel. And so much more are getting ready to happen. And so if you haven't created your account yet, make sure you go to eZWayNetworking.com, learn more about us, and make sure you create your account. Make sure you become a VIP. But this is also brought to you by, which is the most important, Better Vision for Children.
Yeah.
Which is the charity that we work with for testing kids' eyesights and screening. So early prevention, that's what it's really all about.
It's all about, yeah.
BBC charity.
Catch it early and you're okay. And BBC is about awareness, and Eric's doing such an amazing job with the awareness factor. And then we come in with the testing, which we've been doing. I just tested with the kids site program from Lions. We went through a testing procedure in Hawthorne that we got the stats on 4,800 children, and 25% of them wound up having an issue. So we get those kids checked out and then they'll be fine, but so many don't. And we want to eliminate that. We want to get everybody tested.
And make sure, guys, you take a look at our iTube 247 channel. We just recently put the Top Talent Hollywood panel. We had an experts media experts panel. So you'll learn a lot from that. This thing gets a lot of traffic. It's also Don King's platform and Cedric the Entertainer and a bunch of other great stuff. But we're blessed to have a channel on iTube 247. We've gotten up to almost 350,000 views on some of the videos. We just put Lisa Nichols up too. So make sure you guys take a look at that, and make sure you also go to our eZWayTV channel on YouTube. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, to make sure you look up eZWayTV. We're live right now on the show, make sure you subscribe to this channel and check out all of our lives, which is all automatic now on eZWay.tv. So we're really excited about the fact that we can not only broadcast our show, but everybody else's show. We have 50-something shows. We have multiple different channels growing, but see, we're live right now on eZWay.tv. So now, guys, you just go to eZWay.tv, subscribe, and you're really good to go. But Dad, I'm super excited about our guest. Guest that we have coming up. I mean, the testimonials that he has. He's got clients that are going to come on the show also and talk about the miracles that they've seen happen with this guest. He's a platinum member, and you're going to learn more about our guest here coming up. But a couple quick announcements, then we're going to go to hot topic time. We are going to be in Orange County on June 20th at Lauren Powers. You've seen her on Shameless. You've seen her on the Barbie movie. You've seen her on with Lady Gaga's music video, and on and on and on. They're doing a big health and wealth kind of conference, big event coming up on June 20th. We have one of our other guests coming up. We're going to be talking about the honorary doctorates degrees. I'm being honored with the key to the city. That's going to be pretty awesome. We're going to be doing a lot of accolades type of things with the network. So if you haven't downloaded the app yet to be a part of what we have going on, make sure you do that. Also look at the OWL app, OWWLL.com, referral code eZWay. People are making money just by helping people, which is really, really cool. And so we have 10,000 users and growing in the app. And so if you want to network with some incredible people, you can do that. And make sure that you guys subscribe and download the eZWay interactive app. eZWay interactive app. You can just scan this QR code that you see right in front of you. Take out your cameras on your phone and just hover it over this QR code and just follow the steps. The invite code is eZWay, and make sure that you join us. We want to say thank you to Dr. Olympia Giulini as well for dubbing me the official Digital Dick Clark, and just all the amazing people that have supported the eZWay family and what we got going on. We got our book, The Best of the Best book. We're getting ready to do some big tours with all the people that are in this book. We do a big book every year. You guys are going to hear more about that book pretty soon. And then my first book, The Influence Effect. And I just appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. And thank you so much, Sandra Banfield. Congrats on the keys to the city. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Sandra. Yeah. God is good. God is good.
The books are, they're amazing. Eric, you're talking about some inspirational people, including yourself. I mean, what so many of the people have gone through and what they've accomplished. It's like our guest today. All our guests. It's really inspirational for sure.
Well, you're the biggest inspiration, Dan. You were given the Parent Award and the Honor Thy Father Award, and you're getting a lot of accolades and awards now, which you should. You deserve all of that. But all right, well, thanks so much, guys. Make sure you subscribe, share, and like. Don't forget that. We're gonna go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna go into some hot topics and some news that's happening. It's all on eZWaynews.com. And then we have our special guest, which actually has some very unique stories on how he can heal you and what he does in the healing world and what makes him different and unique. And thank you so much, Sandra, and everybody else that's tuned in. We so appreciate you guys. So I'm Dr. Eric Zulli, and my dad, James Zulli. We do this show every Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you subscribe to www.rbllive.com if you enjoy the show. And we'll be right back with Hot Topic.
Welcome to eZWay Podcast. Do you have a podcast? Maybe you want to create one. Let eZWayPodcast.com make it a little easier on you and your guests. For only $99 a month, you can super boost your podcast, get more subscribers, advertisers, and manage everything all in one place with eZWay Network.
Get seen and heard the eZWay, get a larger reach, meet quality potential guests. You could be on Roku, Apple, Amazon, all mobile devices and smart TVs streaming on eZWayTV. Our network helps you get advertisers and people wanting to pay you for an interview, as well as brand credibility and more social media followers. Try it free. Register to eZWayPodcast.com.
All right, Dad, it's time for Hot Topic time.
Hot Topic. Are we ready? Love all the songs.
Any day now, if you want to start talking.
Oh, I'm listening to the music. You know, yeah, okay. So I'm hearing the recording. Okay, there we go. That must have looked great. It's Hot Topic time, and I'm just looking around, you know. So summer's here, guys. It's vacation time. A lot of people are planning to travel. Some of the places are, wow. I mean, we got Europe, Mexico, Cancun, Las Vegas, and of course, Southern California. A lot of people want to come out here, and it's basically all year round. But one of the little issues is too much tourism. There's an article about too much business, and some of the people that work at a facility, it's a museum, and it's in Louvre, and they're going on strike because of too much action, too many tourists coming out. And there's been other areas where their towns, well, if you're in a town like Laguna Beach or something, it's a tourist town, so you'd have to move if you don't want to put up with all the tourists. So Israel continues its attacks, its missile attacks on Iran, trying to knock out the nuclear facilities, and that could go on, according to Netanyahu, for a couple more weeks, possibly longer. And accused Minnesota shooter Vance Boletaire was captured and faces charges of fatally shooting Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark. And Voltaire also shot Senator John Hoffman and his wife. They're in critical condition, but they're expected to survive. How about well, you know, the shootings, the violence, and you've seen it in the streets. It's something that you got to keep under control. So the forces, the police presence was high, and they sent in the National Guard and some Marines in the area, but it keeps things under control, because what happened in areas is some states, when they let it go, it gets overwhelming. All right, so we got the U.S. Army celebration. I got my Army hat. Across the country, 250th year anniversary, and Trump put on a large U.S. Army parade, and it's celebrating everything that the troops have done, the nation, past and present soldiers, and you want to give them credit. Other countries have done this, and we're just expanding with the parades and everything. So with that, we have there's a little interesting article. A lot of structures were on Earth, and it was revealing pre-Inca. You imagine that? The Inca civilization goes way back. They've dug so deep, they're finding more civilizations down there. And so look that up. I'm always intrigued by some of that stuff. Like all the research they did looking for hidden cities in Egypt, and yet a technology was developed, and they could fly over and find these cities far under the sand, and they're finding more and more. So with that, guys, I think what do you think, Eric?
Well, we also got some other hot topics as well, some great information. Recently, we have had an amazing meeting with River Rock Films, and we are now going to be part of the team. Let's just put it that way. They're building a new television division, and this is going to be really, really exciting, super opportunities for the eZWay family. So again, scan the QR code, guys, if you want to get involved with these opportunities that are going to be coming up. It's going to be, pretty incredible. We're also getting ready to do the VIP pitch party this Thursday on Zoom. We also have the OWL event on 1 o'clock, and then the VIP pitch party is at 4 o'clock. Two amazing networking opportunities and ways to make money. And we're getting ready to move the VIP pitch party also to in person. So that's the big news. That's the big exciting news. We're going to have an in-person event at the Vocal Laguna Hills, September 7th or the 14th. We're still waiting to get the confirmation, but everybody will be able to meet in person. You'll be able to have dinner. You'll be able to have walk the best gold carpet ever and pitch. Everybody that attends and pays $200, which donations go to Better Vision for Children. On that, you get food and you get to pitch your business and meet people in person. And everybody online will be seeing your pitch as well. It's going to be pretty incredible. Thank you for joining us, Wendy Weber. Combat Brain Training. What's up? Hey, we got Tim in the house, and we got Sandra. We got a bunch of people tuning in. So that's the hot topics for today.
Yeah, we had one more I want to mention. The unclaimed recovery checks, you got to look into that because there's a $1,400 credit check that might be coming your way. So check to see. It's they're basically from 2021, and there's a lot of unclaimed checks there. So look into it, but there won't be any new stimulus for 25. But maybe that one's sitting out there for you.
All right, so coming up next is our guest, Joe Petroski. You guys can look him up on the eZWay Wall of Fame. Look up Joe, J-O-E. He's one of our Platinum members. Not hard to come by. You'll be able to find him and what he's got going on. He's got some great stuff happening. So Joe is from 1999. Joe was sent home. I sent this to you, by the way, Dad, but I guess you just weren't ready for the introduction yet. I wanted to get, I'm always the one doing the introductions, like this is your show, but yet I do all the introductions. But anyway, so he was sent home to die by doctors treating his illness. And Joe Petroski is a master level healer, facilitator, and just overall amazing guy, intuitive coach and founder of Profoundly Living LLC. And so the afterlife threatening illness left him emancipated with the supplement oxygen. There's no oxygen. So Joe chose a different path and one that led to a full recovery through energy medicine and deeper inner transformation. So he trained with legendary Grandmaster Dr. Cam Huang, and he was named a master healer and was later encouraged to develop his own powerful healing system. He's going to have one of his members come on as well, one of his clients tell their story. And if you guys want to tell your story, if you've ever worked with Joe, let us know, post a comment. We'll bring you on the show. But it's a powerful healing system. It's profound, powerful techniques that no one else really does. And so since that, Joe's been helping thousands, I said, not hundreds, not the tens, thousands worldwide, releasing pain, heal trauma, reconnect to their spirit and purpose. And so he's also supporting athletes and surpassing their performance goals and just like enhancing everybody's life. And it's just truly incredible. Without further ado, let's bring on to the stage again, Platinum member. Look him up, Joe.
Welcome, Joe. Thanks for slowing down with us baby boomers here, except for Eric. He goes a little bit faster. But we're going to call you Mr. Resilient. Where did you get all that from? I mean, you nothing stops Joe. He just keeps moving on, But that's what you got to do, right?
And Joe, you should put your camera down a little bit because your face is being hidden. There you go. Watch it. Okay. So tell us your story, Joe. I mean, we got a bunch of people tuning in, guys. Remember, this is an interactive show, so make sure that you're posting your comments. And Joe, look for the comments as people are talking to you and as you're talking. But tell us your story, man. How did it all happen? Why are you doing healing?
Yeah, so, we wonder because you could have been an engineer, like you could have went so many directions because you have the talent and the skill. But what do you think it was? Where was that day that all of a sudden took you down this path to where you're at? And you're involved in so much.
Well, when I was working with doctors for over 6.5 years regularly, and when the two best doctors within a week of each other said that there was only one other treatment that they possibly could give me, and one of the doctors said that if it doesn't work, it will kill you. And the other one was so much more gentle. And he says, if it doesn't work, it's going to hasten your death. And so they both told me that I had to go home. I had to get prepared to die. And they both told me that I would probably end up killing myself because it would get that bad. And serendipitously, a woman that was in a support group with me, I was in a support group for people with life-threatening illnesses. And she called me up and told me that there was this healer in town. And I was going through a really nasty divorce, and they were trying to use the illness to keep my kids away from me. And I said, I can't go that day. The only day that I could go is Thursday. And she goes, well, the last day is Monday. Monday night, she called me up and she says, Joe, they added a Thursday. So I sat up in bed and like, okay, I'm going. And so I went to this guy and he looked at me and he said, after I watched him work on probably 20 or 30 people, some people that I knew that were really, really sick and they were feeling better. They got off the stage without their walker, And he looks at me and he says, you can do this too. And I looked at him.
Wow.
I said, I'm the guy that's dying.
Yeah,
and
Eric, turn the sound and music off.
and
Music is off.
No, there's the sound. I hear the eZWay song.
Music's off. Go ahead, Joe. Keep going.
yeah. So I went to his students, and after the second hour session, I no longer needed the supplemental oxygen. And after the third session, I was completely healthy, even though I was absolutely emaciated. I was so skinny, you could see the cartilage in my nose. You could see the difference between the cartilage and the bones in my ribs. But I was perfectly healthy for the first time in over 6.5 years. And so I went back to this guy and I said, what do you mean that I can do this? And so I trained with him solid for 3.5 years. And I practiced every single Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday for 3 to 4 hours. He set me up with an incredible mentor. And then during that time, a friend of mine actually took me to a reservation in Wisconsin. And when we got out of the car, one of the elders called me over. And my buddy said, well, this has never happened. And that elder saw in me that I had this gift too. And at that time, I was so darn shy because my childhood was not easy. Went through lots of abuse at home and school. And so my self-esteem was about yay big.
Yeah.
And so when this Native American elder looked at me, he says, let's sit. And so I literally sat with him once a month or so for 3.5 years. And it was when I sat with him, he was so empathetic that, and I was as well, I was learning this. And as I paid attention to him and I started to see and feel the energy and everything, the plants, the rocks, the trees, the animals. And that's also when the people that had passed away started to show up. And so these people saw in me the ability to do this healing, and they continually challenged me and started to try and get me to believe in myself. And my mentor actually set me up once, and I worked with this woman, and he says, now tell them the rest of the story. And after 47 minutes, it was the first time in 5.5 years that she had zero pain. And
Wow.
and she was, the University of Minnesota wanted to fuse 2 vertebrae in her neck and 2 vertebrae in her back. And she was in horrible, horrible pain. And she said, well, I went to your teacher and your teacher couldn't help me. I went to your teacher 3 times. And when she had gone the 3rd time, they sat down in prayer and meditation, and a vision came to her, and she described me to a T to my mentor and said, you know who's going to help me. And she described me to an absolute T. And so John, my mentor, he comes to me and he says, he says, you don't get it. He says, you're better at this than me. And he says, I'm going to teach you until you get it. And then after you get it, I'm going to retire. And so that's what happened. I trained with him for 3.5 years, and then was given the master's in Chinese energy healing by Dr. Cam Yuen. And Cam Yuen is international renowned with his healing abilities and his teaching. And he picked me and 2 of my colleagues out and said, you guys are the best that I've seen in a long, long, long time. And Cam took me aside 2 years after that, and he says, Joe, he says, you need to go teach what you're doing, because you're doing differently than I taught you. And so I've been teaching my own techniques since 2006. And for me, when I work with clients, hopefully, there's going to be some that are going to be able to pop on. And one of the people that I work with is a retired professional football player. And he was in pain for over 34 years.
Wow.
And after I worked with him, we had 3 sessions, and he had absolutely zero pain and 100% range of motion. And he's like, how is this? He says, you didn't even see me. You didn't even touch me, because I was talking to him on the phone. I live in Florida. He lives in Minnesota, and it was all over the phone. And I've done that with, like Eric said, the numerous clients where I've never seen them, never seen a picture of them. I don't need to look at them, but Creator has given me the ability that I could read everybody. And I don't, unless people ask. But if you put me in a room of 150 people, I could go and I could tell you all of their desires, their talents, the things that they love the most, how they communicate. And
so,
then
Joe, not to stop you, I want to kind of go off of that. So break it down, get down into the nitty gritty of how energy, how you can read what you just said, how because I had a healer, actually. I was dealing with a real bad pinched nerve, and I had a healer be like T1, T11, T12, this, that, the universe of the galaxy of the stars are shine bright in the forest. We're running through the forest. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? And I'm thinking like, this is like mumbo jumbo, like, well, but actually I felt better. My pinched nerve was like gone afterwards. And so like, I just really don't understand. And I'm sure a lot of the people that are watching right now just don't understand how it works. So I'd love for you to break that down more.
Sure. Well, some terrific resources to check out. One is Dr. Bruce Lipton, and then Greg Braden, the movie Heal, and Dean Rodden from Noetic Sciences and the Ion Center. Dean Rodden has been studying energy forever. He was with the CIA and the Army with the remote viewing. And so he actually has instruments. And in the movie The Heal, they have instruments also that can actually measure the practitioner. They would measure the energy of me, and then they measure the energy of the client, 1,700 miles away, 3,500 miles away, two different clients that they were working with. And you can actually see this. And so, and what's it mean? So, okay, Creator, God, didn't make me like Mick Jagger or Michael Jordan or Leonardo da Vinci. The talent that I have is being able to read, being able to see, and being able to feel. And so when I work with a client, I simply ask to see what I need to see, hear what I need to hear, and feel what I need to feel, and then only say the words the client needs to hear. And if we had our hands touching, you and I, at the level of the atom, there's no way to determine where your hand ends and my hand begins. So if we're touching and our energies are indistinguishable, well, our energies are still indistinguishable. And energy it's a really, really cool thing. Energy always has been, always will be. And when we look at it, Creator is that. Creator always has been and always will be.
And you're familiar with the Kirlian photography, right?
Totally. And it is so darn cool to see it when a practitioner is working. You can see the energy, and then you can see the energy on the client while it's being worked on. It's really dynamic.
This is one of the things where you can actually, okay, let's talk and this and that, but this you could see with your own eyes with that camera, or when you cut off a leaf in half, the leaf is still there, and so on and so forth. But you're familiar with the Japanese scientist and the glass of water.
Sure, Dr. Emoto.
That's amazing too. And when that's why it's so important. And you're like this. You're the kind of person it's totally into this, the persistence, the perseverance. But you have the belief. And when you envision, that's why it's not good that we walk around and put ourselves down. That's bad. That's a real bad thing when you say, "Oh, what's the matter with you now?" Because it all is registered.
Yeah, when I was sick, they did so many different studies on me, and they did oxygen studies on me to see the oxygen level in my blood. They did acidity test, and so they literally had me come in, test me, and then they had me listen and say positive things to myself. And they would look at the oxygen level in my blood, and they would look at the acidity level in my system, the pH level, and when I had the positive things. And then what they did is they had me think about how I felt that morning when I woke up, how I was so darn sick, how I couldn't see, how I was in so much pain. And then they immediately tested my pH level instantaneously. So they had tested it with good thoughts. They tested it when I recalled the pain and not being able to see and all the terror that my illness had. And when I was thinking the good thoughts, I was much, much more alkaline. When I recalled the negative thoughts, I was instantaneously acidic. And so
Joe, let me, not to stop you really quick, I just want to point out, shout outs to CIE Fashion Magazine. They have over 250,000 subscribers. Shout outs to my boy Damien for popping in. I appreciate it, brother. Please continue with your story, Joe, and just know that we have another maybe 5 minutes or so of this segment. So if there's anything in particular that you want to touch on, we have about 5 minutes.
Yeah, the most important thing is people will think, oh, it's mind over matter. It's like, no. My youngest client was a 6-week-old baby, and my largest client was a 16-hand Percheron, which is a huge horse. So when I do this, it's much, much more than mind over matter. And literally what it is we cannot read or see our subconscious and the unconscious, and we can do everything. I mean, I did for 6 years, I did every single thing that every doctor had told me to do to the nth degree, and I was still sick. and I was fighting for my life. I needed to stay alive for my daughter. But nothing I did worked until all of a sudden my energy was balanced. The negative aspects were removed. They brought up a variety of things. And that's what I do is I work with people that have tried, they've busted their tail. They're so diligent and they're still sick. And then all of a sudden,
you take all that, set it aside, and just, like my saying, the way in which you think determines the outcome, but the way in which you believe solidifies it. And,
yes. And the NFL football player, he says, the only reason I'm coming to you is to shut up my ex-wife. She will not stop. And so I came to you, and he says, hopefully you do something. I know you helped your husband with his back. I know you helped her with her arteries. Hopefully you can do something for me. But to be honest, he says, the only reason I'm here. And I said, as long as you're open, then it's okay. You don't need to believe in me. You don't need to believe in the techniques. You just need to simply be open. And since he was open, that's how the energy was working. Because if you believe you're screwed, you're right. And so I've told many people, it's like, okay, I cannot currently help you. You need to go away. You need to think about some things, and you need to really get it to the point. Are you really, really ready to be healthy? Do you want to be healthy? Do you need to be healthy? And can you imagine it? And when those things happen, then the universe is open.
Absolutely. I put it in faith, and I have 100%, 150%. I went through a similar situation, and I tell people it's not actually your prayers that do any good, but a belief in those prayers. That's what makes the difference. And just move forward.
Yeah, being open to receive. And because I've had people that have been so abused. I've worked with so many women that have been physically abused, emotionally abused, and sexually abused. And I'm like, can you just imagine, being safe? Can you imagine being healthy? And it freaks them out sometimes. And it brings up so much terror because the last time they trusted, blankety, blankety, blank happened. And so as we can remove that sting of that trauma, when we can remove that, then they can start to feel a little bit more open. But it's so important to be able to take the guilt off of people when they're told that it's mind over matter, or just think better, or do your affirmations better, do your vision board better. If that worked, you'd never need a Tony Robbins. You would definitely never need me. But it's something where, and this is the thing, where all cultures have said this one way or another, and the Christian culture is known for it the most, where two or more are gathered in belief, it shall happen unto them. But every culture used to say that. That's why the Native American, the Celtic, the Greek, if you had an illness, they would have you sit with somebody. They would have you be with somebody. And as you shared that energy, and this is something Daniel Coleman in, goodness sakes, I can't remember the name of his book. He's one that writes for corporate America. And he talked about the fact that when you simply sit next to somebody on the airplane, if they're all frazzled and everything like that, that unfortunately your alkalinity or their acidity is going to go down to where theirs are. And so it's so important to be able to hold that and to be able to keep your beliefs together.
Yeah, I truly believe, Joe, the way in which you think will determine your outcome, but your faith in your faith is what solidifies it, what creates it. So the more that you have faith without doubt, the more that manifestation and miracles and things that you don't believe can happen because you believe.
And guys, what that worry thing is not good. When a guy at the street, super health swam every day, I said, what's the matter, Bob? He said, I told you I had a serious heart attack. I said, so what's the problem? Your heart was attacked. It's stronger than ever now. And I hit him with that stuff. It's like, no, me with the cancer, your body was attacked. It becomes stronger and more resilient than ever.
So we have another minute left, Dad. I got to show Joe's profile, not to interrupt you, but we have another minute left in his segment. And so, guys, if you want to get a hold of Joe and you like what he just said on the show, you can go to the eZWayWallOfFame.com or look him up on the eZWay Interactive app. And then you can go to his profile. You can book an appointment with him, go to his next event, and then go to the training that he's got going on. When you go to his Wall of Fame profile, and again, if you just Google Joe Petroski, most likely the Wall of Fame, his Wall of Fame profile will come up. And then you can go to connect and actually reach right out to him and add him as a friend and message him and said, hey, Joe, saw you on the show, or whatever you want to say. And then he'll get an instant message and you can get right in touch with Joe. And so, Joe, I appreciate you coming on. This was been a great great segment. CIE Fashion Magazine says facts. Aiden, I know that you guys brought Aiden and his dad, and you opened up some doors. You blessed them with their Relief Alliance nonprofit. And I mean, I think that, Joe, you're just doing a lot of selfless acts, and God is going to bless you for it. And bless you for blessing others and helping others. So honestly, guys, if you need any support and you have any health issues happening, any joint pains or stomachs, whatever, anything that's going on with your health, you really should take the time to reach out to Joe. And Joe, what is your Instagram and your eZWay profile so we can let them know how to follow you?
So the Instagram is Profound Power Joe, simple Profound Power Joe. And the eZWay handle, I think it just simply ends with Joe Petroski. There we go. Okay, Profound Power Joe for the Instagram. And then also, if they go to profoundpower.net, that's my website, on there is my Calendly link. And they can click on that and we can have a 30-minute discussion, because they can see if working with me resonates with them or not. And because a lot of people don't know that this level of healing is actually possible. And so if they can talk with me, they ask me all the questions that they want, and they can get a comfort and say, yeah, this really, really seems right. And it's also something that if I don't feel that I can help somebody, I'll refer them to a different colleague. You know, I'm not going to take their money if I can't help them.
Well, we're hearing many, many good things in the eZWay family, that you're amazing at what you do. So guys, make sure you reach out to Joe Petroski on the eZWay Wall of Fame, or his website, or Instagram. And thanks so much, Joe, for joining us. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to take the stage and go ahead and say bye to our audience. And then we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna have Stephani Keys talking about the new graduation and how we can give you guys honorary doctorates. And I believe, Joe, you might be one of those people possibly getting an honorary doctorate. So guys, stay tuned, keep following, and find out. So Joe, the stage is yours. Go ahead.
So yeah, if you're living with any kind of serious pain or illness and the doctors have told you there's no help, it's time to call me. If you wake up every day, your balance sheet's terrific and fabulous, but you just feel like there's got to be more to life than this, it's, again, reach out, because the coaching and the guidance that I offer you to help you find your desires, your purpose, and be able to live that. Because if we can't throw our arms up in the air every so often and say that I love my life, we're doing it wrong. And we do not need to live, you know, in pain, and mediocrity is a horrible place to be. So reach out. Joe Petroski, profoundpower.net. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Joe rocks. All right, Joe.
Are you a speaker, author, coach, entrepreneur looking to get out there more and find new leads for your business? Meet Amy. Amy is a coach and speaker looking to get on more stages and podcast interviews so more people know about her products and services, so people are aware of what she can do for them. Amy heard about this eZWay pitch party on Zoom and decides to check it out. She registers at eZWayPitchParty.com for free. Amy is now given an account with eZWay Network and can log into her back-end portal. Amy discovers that there is a wide range of promotional and branding services offered through eZWay Network. Events, TV, magazine, podcasting, website and app creation, business tools and automation for her business. Even a directory of over 2,500 high-quality eZWay family members that she can do business with, joint venture, or even find affiliates for her own business. Plus, all this is rolled into a social network that makes it easy for Amy to connect and follow up with everyone she meets. Amy can also post what she has going on and what she wants other members to know about.
Wow, this is awesome. Now I have a stage I can promote my events, podcasts, and projects from.
Amy then realizes that her pitch she gives on the eZWay Pitch Party can also be aired and distributed on eZWay.tv, which gets her talk out to much more people. Amy just got a free commercial. eZWay even offers production and training services to turn Amy's pitch into a commercial that sells for her even while she is sleeping. So now Amy is put into a directory on a network that is tapped into multiple networks of multiple people that have their own stages, podcasts, and business referral networks themselves. So in short, now Amy has a done-for-you team to promote and brand her just because she decided to check out the eZWay Pitch Party stage she was told about. Amy can also refer her friends to the same thing and make 10% of anything her friends purchase from eZWay Network. Amy gets all this starting at $49.99 a month or $600 annually. Every time Amy gets on the pitch party stage, she is not only getting her message out there more, she is made to look like a star, which will help her attract more business to her business, because eZWay is helping to boost her online presence, notoriety, credibility, and authority. All in one. In short, it pays to do it the easy way.
All right.
Eric Zuley, a lot of credit for that, because it doesn't come easy for Eric. He works 24/7 to build. It's like the tip of the iceberg, Eric. The tip of the iceberg is the event you go to or what you're seeing, but the whole iceberg is underwater, and that's the hard work.
Yep. So, and guys, make sure you go to eZWaynews.com. You'll see the article on this. So, coming up next is Stephani Keys. She is our next guest. Stephani's with the GSFE organization, which is Global Society of Female Entrepreneurs, a real big organization. She's building her own chapter. She's a mother of 5 or 3 or 4, she'll tell you. And she's building her own graduation kind of situation with eZWay Network, with eZWay Promotions. We've partnered up on giving you guys accolades and graduation opportunities. A big event coming up on September 25th. And she's been in the events planning space, PR space for a really, really long time. She's just a giant in the industry, and now she's going to come on stage. And let's welcome Stephani Keys.
Stephani Keys. Yo,
a round of applause.
Stephani.
And Stephani, all right, welcome.
So happy to be here with you today. Yes.
And you brought your smile with you. I love it.
I can't leave that behind, especially
you
when
remember
I'm
what
here
I
with you,
said,
Dan.
right? You can rule the world with a smile.
That's
And
right.
Your 2 amazing daughters. That's what puts a smile on your face, right?
Well, we just had you on the show actually last week, I think, with your wonderful daughters,
Yes.
and very talented opera singers, but we really didn't get a chance to hear from you and really what's going on. And I really want to make a lot of this episode really what is happening on September 25th, and what is the opportunities for all of our eZWay family. Why would one want to get involved and invest and just support? I mean, let's go into the background first and foremost of who is backing this, and who are the partners, and like let's really get into the nitty gritty of what is this honorary doctorates thing that we've partnered up on, and why would one want to put this in their schedule, and what is an honorary doctorate? So let's really get into it.
And then I also want to interject. This isn't something.
And I gave her enough. Stop interrupting. Like, I gave her enough. I want her to answer my question.
I was just going to say, it's not something
talk.
that comes easy. This is the dueling between father and son, and the son has to learn to be patient until dad's done. So,
you're going to confuse her. I want my questions answered. Then ask your
well,
your
I'm just saying, it doesn't come easy, does it, Stephani? People have to prove themselves.
Yes. This is an honorary doctorate degree. And what's so amazing about honorary doctorate degrees is they are awarded on merit.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between a doctorate degree and an honorary doctorate degree. The doctorate degree is a degree that you go to school for, and it's all based on hypotheses. You like what you want to do, what you're going to do. But an honorary doctorate is on what you've actually done and accomplished. So it is truly an honor to receive these degrees. And you've got to prove by a certain number of hours that you comply. And then you're given this award, and you have that honorary doctorate degree. And I know people that have gotten many of them. I actually have 2 doctorates, and one is a doctorate degree and one is an honorary doctorate degree. But, I work for both of them, and one is through education and one is through honorary service. But it's amazing to receive an award like this. I absolutely, well, you know what? I believe you have one too, Eric, right?
I do have my honorary doctorates in humanitarian services, DHS, which is Doctor of Humanitarian Services, because I have put in over 1 million hours, 20 years of humanitarian efforts and services, and working with causes and stuff like that. So the Academy of Wellness, actually, Dr. Grant recognized my efforts, and it was an honor, and it actually really did help a lot to have that title doctor in front of my name.
Yeah, I believe that we'll have a few of our recipients receiving some of his awards as well. We're representing GIA over the past almost 10 years. 10 years will be their anniversary next year. So this is the 9th year of GIA having the humanitarian honorary doctorate degrees. Completely certified, completely accredited, an incredible organization. They just had a huge graduation this past weekend. And I mean, we're talking big name people that come out for these, like Al Sharpton and just some incredible people that come out. I'm in a photograph here with several people that were a part of the doctorate program. Some may be familiar faces. I graduated with Braxton. Tony Braxton's mom was in my graduation class. So tons of people come out, but they've done the work and they've put in the time. And, you know, this is the opportunity to honor and represent people that really are doing the work. And here in California, we have yet to see this magnitude of an award. So we get to bring out, especially after these fires, we get to bring out all of the humanitarians here in LA County, Orange County proper, Southern California, and really honor them. We had some incredible people in our community that literally went into their closets and took everything that they had to give to people that were without. So these are humanitarian efforts. Hi, Aiden. Hey, Jeremy. Those are some great humanitarians there too. They're out taking care of the community. And hey, Stephanie, nice to see you guys.
The eZWay family is in the house, but and here's the thing too, guys. The background behind the GIA organization, the university, I mean, doing research, they've honored like Reverend Al Sharpton and Michael Beckwith and Obama and just like really high profile people. So not only are you getting an honorary doctorates, but you're getting an honorary doctorates from an organization that has given honorary doctorates to some of the biggest people. I mean, people that ran our country.
Yes.
I mean, that's a big deal to have a university of that caliber. And the university that gave me my honorary doctorates did it with Tony Robbins and Les Brown and Jack Canfield, and the bigger in the speaker personal development industry. But when you have an honorary doctorates attached to your name, and that's put into your intro, when you're able to say you're a Marquis Who's Who in America, you're an honorary doctorate, you're an ambassador, you're able to add all those accolades to your intro, you close deals.
Yes.
You close sales. Things happen.
Yes.
People look at you in a higher light, a bigger and stronger light. Like, people attract to you more. It's super, super powerful. What I noticed too, Stephanie, is looking back at the ceremonial gown that you were wearing, the hat, and it's very, very official. It looks like.
It is. It's quite an honor. These awards are to be celebrated. We don't just stop at humanitarians in the community, but we also approach the fire department, the police department, the military. These are people that are actually, heroes in our communities. And to be able to recognize them as such, like Jim, I really, really am looking forward to getting your nomination, Jim, because I know that you've done some incredible things, but in the military or even as a civilian, you have really touched so many people's lives. And I'm just blown away with your nonprofit and how you have a vision to help kids enhance their vision and test them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And what's important, whatever you have that keeps you going, that also is important, because you've gone through your challenges and then you come up on top and enables you to continue helping people.
Yes.
Where does that come from?
Well, I think it's what God calls us to do, first and foremost. But I mean, some of us get it naturally, and those of us find ourselves, in the position to be able to help lift others up and to help inspire and to help encourage. I just think all you do is reciprocate it. I think the more you do, the more it comes back. And it's like this huge, big circle. And you get an opportunity to connect with incredible organizations like yours. I'm super grateful for eZWay and just how this has all come together. And we're able to identify all the people that really, I mean, this Dr. Joe that you were just talking to, we've got to figure out how to nominate him and get him involved.
He's still
He's
with
amazing
us.
guy.
Hey!
Joe's still with us. And actually, it's funny that you brought him up real quick, Stephanie. I'm just gonna try to mesh all this together because he had a testimonial that he brought on, and she was a little late, but I wanted to give her the chance. Hi, Alyssa, welcome to the Radio Boomers Live.
Hi.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, everyone.
Joe, go ahead and introduce your client, and just real quick, because this is Stephanie's segment, but I want everybody to hear her testimony.
Yes.
What she told me.
So Elisa and I had met about 4 years ago, but 13 years ago, she was in a severe boating accident and was paralyzed. And the doctors down in Miami hospital did not give her a very good prognosis, but she knew that she was going to walk again. She knew it, and everybody thought she was crazy. She's worked her butt off. Oh my God, she's worked her butt off. She's gone personal trainers, physical therapy, other healers, and then I'll let her say what she thinks about what happened with us.
Hi, everyone. So I apologize for being late. I didn't realize I had a different link. But anyways, I'm so happy to be here. I cannot recommend Joe more. Joe has been a gift from God to me. When I was on my healing journey, when I was first injured and broke my back and paralyzed, I got a message from God that I would walk again one day and not to listen to the doctors. And I had to take a whole different course on my life, and I found holistic health. And I did a course called Gratitude, and that is where I met Joe. I am so grateful for our connection, and he helped me for many years clear through all of the subconscious and all the traumas that I had so that I could free my body and become one again. So it was a spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical healing. I had to heal at the highest level from injuring my nervous system. And I couldn't have got here without Joe. He's been my rock. He has been my guidance when I didn't want to show up. He was there.
And she likes to make me cry in public. So a year and a half ago, she said, "Hey Joe, I'm going to be speaking. Can you come and witness me speak? Can you give me moral support?" So I said, "Yeah, sure." And so all of a sudden they say, "And we're going to introduce Elisa Lynch, and we ask you to turn around and look at her." And I still get emotional. She was walking. She was walking with the help of canes, and she walked up 3 stairs onto the platform with the help of a man helping her up. And she stood the entire time. She walked a little bit on the stage, and now she's actually thrown those things away. And she walks with one of those rolling walkers, and she's feeling, more and more of her body. She's feeling her toes and moving her toes for the first, so it's been awesome to be able to see that physical and spiritual healing all coming together.
That's amazing, Joe. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Alyssa, for sharing that testimonial, and you're welcome to stay with us if you want. But Stephanie, thank you for sharing some of your time, for allowing them to be able to give that testimonial. And we are talking about going back to what we're talking about. We're talking about the ability for people to get their own honorary doctorates degrees, which recognizes the accolades that you've done in humanitarian efforts and nonprofit efforts, to be able to have a complete ceremony, which also is covered, by the way, eZWay News, eZWayTV, hundreds of millions of people, iTunes, Faith Channel, on and on and on. The gold carpet experience is going to be unheard of. We're going to have some major press there. We've already gotten many confirmations of September 25th. It is going to be a day that you will not forget, and it goes down in the history books. It's that thing that you leave a legacy with, and it's just going to be so amazingly powerful. And then we saw each other, Stephanie, at the Top Talent Hollywood event. We've known each other for a very long time. But we reconnected at the Top Talent Hollywood with Lisa Nichols and Jeffrey Hazlett. which, by the way, is our guest next week, by the way, guys. So make sure you tune in to the CEO of C-Suite. I'm the chairman of C-Suite Network. But we reconnected, and then now we're doing so many incredible things to help so many incredible people. And I think, Stephanie, you should give your background a little bit as well, because you've been so humble and you haven't really like told people your background, but you've done so much and you've helped so many.
Yeah, share something.
I come from the entertainment industry background, and for years I worked for Richard Pryor, worked for BET, and then I worked for Martin Lawrence and Tommy Davidson. The entertainment industry is an incredible industry. And not long after I left the entertainment industry, after working about 5 years with Tommy Davidson, I got recruited by Anthony Robbins. So Tony Robbins, I worked for him as his estate manager, and I ran his properties in Fiji, here in Southern California, in Arizona, and it was an incredible life. But after you work for Tony, like, who do you work for? You don't work for anybody else. Like, you kind of know how to do it. So I started catering, and I was catering to the film and TV industry. I loved it because it allowed me to be close to the industry. It allowed me to provide like the special meals that people needed, whether they were vegan or vegetarian or whatever they were doing. I had a deep understanding of that.
Not to stop you, Stephanie. I just had to show you that we knew Tommy Davidson too. He was actually on one of our stages. Yeah. We worked with the vice president of Wells Fargo, and we worked with a lot of nonprofits. And so he did a very special comedy for a cause type of thing. And so we go way back with Tommy too.
Yeah, Tommy is my all-time favorite. And actually, how do you work around such incredible people and not love them? They're geniuses. And I've just been so fortunate to be able to say that I've experienced that. And so now I get to be that for my family. And right now I am completely promoting my children. I've got 2 girls that are running for Miss West Coast this weekend. I have a daughter that was accepted in Harvard for their summer school. I have both of my girls that are going to Japan to represent the state of California through the Junior Achievement JCs. So Pasadena JCs selected them and have given them partial scholarships. We're fundraising to get them there. And they're business owners, and they're a part of a program. We're putting together a whole TV network with eZWay for teens. So they're
so cool.
Yeah, like there's so many great things happening in their lives. Like, do I even have time for my own life? But we are doing the honorary doctorate program for Southern California, and having experienced what life is like with these doctorates and how life-changing it's been, I absolutely wanted to share that with the audience today. And I think even after hearing Alyssa's testimony about Joe, like, he's worthy, like, he's doing great things. And when somebody can turn a person's world around, whether it's with food or nutrition or just even overall attitude, this is what it takes for transformation. And this is what we need in the humanitarian aspect of life.
What's your so we got another minute or so for the show. Okay, we got to close up here soon. But what is your Instagram, Stephanie, and your eZWay profile so people can follow you?
So my eZWay profile is Stephanie Keys, and my Instagram is Dr. Stephanie Keys. Also available on Facebook, which is Stephanie Ellison-Keys or Dr. Stephanie Keys.
So you said Dr. Stephanie Keys is your Instagram?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well,
but more than anything, please visit us on eZWay. We have nominations. Nominations are open. I'm sure you can think of and know people that would be incredible to nominate for these incredible awards. And then we'll do our part in checking those things out, but definitely nominate somebody for these incredible, prestigious awards.
So just to clarify, other people that are watching right now, they have the ability to nominate somebody they know that they feel would be good. And then also we need to let you guys know that you need to have 4,000 hours at least of humanitarian efforts, humanitarian
Yes.
services that you can prove that that it can be verified. But yeah, you know, we have the National Parents Day coming up. We have the ambassadorships. We have, you know, a lot of different stuff. We want you guys to nominate inside of the eZWay family. You need to download the eZWay interactive app. Ultimately, look for our eZWay Wall of Fame, you know, people. But when you have the app, this is all stuff that you guys get access to, that you can be a part of.
Yes.
And so, go ahead.
Yes, by participating with eZWay, there's a ton of opportunities to get involved and to participate in humanitarian efforts. We're actually working on a Habitat for Humanity home, a few of them that are going to be built here in the Southern California area to replace some of the houses that were burned down. We've got vision, everything that Jim does over there. We've got everything that Aiden and his dad do as far as feeding the homeless. There's so many ways. Relief Alliance, everything. Like if you want to be a humanitarian and you've got a heart to do it, then you're with the right. You're in the right place.
You're with the right group. You're with the right family.
Yes.
So cool, Stephanie.
So guys,
And
everybody, I want right now on the count of 3, I want you to post your comments on what humanitarian efforts have you done? Who have you helped? How have you helped? Okay. I want to really see that. And if you feel that you want to take it to the next level to be recognized for it, or you know someone, you know, post your comments. So we're just going to look for your comments if you want to get involved. So 1, 2, 3, everybody now put in the comments right now. You know, so for instance, us, bvccharity.org, my dad has helped screen close to 5,000 children for eye testing and prevention of any problems and situations that they could have had in the future. And my dad saved those heartaches, those headaches, those health issues. And me, I've worked with 54 different nonprofits by being involved with events and media and exposure and bringing people that have money that have donated and that type of stuff for most of my life. And now look at, not to brag, but look at where I am now. I'm sitting, I'm being asked to join boards of the biggest organizations ever. I'm being asked to be executive producer on A-list level projects. I'm a Universal Peace Ambassador in conjunction with the United Nations. I was the president of promotion for United Nations. I can go on and on and on how many different accolades and things that I've done now. And it's all because I've been blessing others and I've been serving others and I've been just thinking of others and building a community, building a family. You know, so hopefully you guys are getting a good takeaway from that.
Yeah, and these are the things that open up the doors for us. I mean, I can't tell you the numerous women, because I've had these relationships. I've been able to help women get through domestic violence, get through being unhoused, get through mental health issues. You know, these are all things that obviously they're delicate in nature. And we do these things because either we have experiences that allow us to be able to transfer that into other women's lives, or, you know, someone comes and knocks on your door. What are you going to do? Tell them no? I get a phone call. Somebody's in need of housing. I've got resources now because of the professional relationships that I've built. I can now help a woman that is in need of housing. I can now help a woman that is going through a domestic violence program. And there's funding out there for all of these things. Receiving my honorary doctorate allowed me to do a lot more of these things because it documented that I had seasoned experience in these things, right? So we all get to do that. And, you know, this is set aside from what you do professionally. And a lot of people actually work professionally in these arenas, and that's how they get paid. But many of us do these as a labor of love, and we go out and we serve and we give, you know, in a huge magnitude. So yeah, I agree with you, Eric. It has opened up doors for me in ways that I never could have imagined. But the biggest piece is when a woman's life is changed for me. Mm-hmm. So it's one thing to be in the crisis, but it's another thing to be able to contact the board of directors of the County of Los Angeles and to be able to get them housing, to be able to get them resources, to stand and to advocate and to be that fill in the gap person, you know, many people don't even realize that they can make a call, but hey, I'll do it. I'll call.
You know, the best thing you get from the, you know, well, I'm trying to say this, any success you have and anything that comes your way, the most satisfying thing you get out of it is the ability to help others even more.
Yes.
That's the feeling, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we got to get out of here, guys. We're way over time, but we wanted to make sure we definitely put the heart out there. And again, bvccharity.org. This show is brought to you by bvccharity.org, as well as some of our other sponsors. We want to say thank you to All Aboard limousineservice.com. You will see us riding in style wherever we go with allaboardlimousineservice.com, as well as eZWayPromotions.com. This is brought to you by eZWayPromotions.com. If you need any type of promotions or marketing, that is us. Search for the women's channel on eZWayTV. And if you look at the scroll at the bottom there, Al is one of our partner kind of apps now. Al is an amazing app that helps to pay you. We're promoting this like crazy because we are getting our members paid for them to pick up the phone and help others. It's pretty amazing. So thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. Wendy says, I spread up to date and syndrome, 10 years of founders sharing Down syndrome parent group and newsletter. See, like, guys, I mean, post your comments. I mean, I'm giving you guys the opportunity to get your blessings and how you bless others to be on the screen, and hundreds of millions of people can potentially see the blessings that you've done. But you guys have to post your comments right now. This is the last second. You have 10 seconds left for us to put your humanitarian efforts and what you've done. You know, so you know, we want to help you guys get the word out there, and we're going to help you guys get the word out there. We're getting so beyond blessed. There's a possibility of us getting a new channel that has 94 million subscribers, not viewers, subscribers, that eZWay TV is getting ready to be on. So this might be a virtual thing on social media, but you don't realize that the recording of this show is getting syndicated and sent out to all of our syndications and distribution. So your comments are being seen by millions. And so make sure you utilize that. One last thing too, is we have a summit. We're going to be doing the eZWay Wall of Fame, VIP pitch party, Trailblazers, TV, all this great stuff. We have summits we're getting ready to do. So more speaking opportunities coming up for you guys. We got the VIP pitch party coming up this Thursday with Al. We got 2 events coming up. You know, hot topic time as usual. So next week, put in your calendars, guys. Next week, we have the man himself, Jeffrey Hazlett, which is historic with DocuSign and has really made some serious, incredible change-making moves in this industry that you will learn and get the opportunity to connect with next Monday at 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock. We have Jeffrey Hazlett coming on himself for 1 hour. Nobody else, just Jeffrey Hazlett. This is your guys' opportunity to put that in your calendar and ask him questions and comment and talk to Jeff on the show coming up June 23rd, which is our big show, big special. Stephani, thank you so much for being a guest. We so appreciate you. Looking forward to doing the honorary.
You're amazing. The amazing Stephani.
Thank you. Looking forward to having you there, Jim.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to
I'll be there with bells on.
All right, Dad, go ahead and close it out. You got like 10 seconds. We gotta get out of here. And guys, subscribe to www.eZWayPitchParty.com. We will see you this Thursday. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Ada McNally and Wendy and Jeremy and CIE Fashion Magazine and just everybody else. I know Tim tuned in, Combat Brain Training, and Robert Graham and just everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
Okay, guys, remember, don't be lukewarm in life. If you're going to reach out, help somebody, you know. And with that, thank you, Stephani. You guys are amazing. And we're going to be looking forward to seeing all you guys out here, Tom. So bvccharity.org. Keep moving, keep the faith, and Radio Boomers Live is signing out.
We're the eZWay family, making a mark with connections and trust up on this tight, turning every moment into pure delight. Got the eZWay verse right in our hands, building dreams together like no other brand.
You're watching eZWay TV, powered by eZWayNetwork.com.
And take the pledge. We are the